I'm Gran Sexton. I'm gonna be going into my junior year this year, and I go to Stewarts High School.
Okay. How long have you been running for?
About 5 years. I started in middle school. My friend got me into it I just wanted to hang out with him, and that's really how it started.
So do you prefer track or cross country?
Well, from a team standpoint, I really like cross country. It's a lot more closer knit. You're a lot closer to the runners. It's a more sense of family, sense of community. But from a competition standpoint, I like track more.
Okay.
I like the 3200 a lot, and the 1600 is not that far behind it.
Right.
And I just really like running those events more than I like going out to a random course out there running a 5K.
Okay. So is the 32 your favorite running event then?
Oh, by far.
Okay.
By far.
What's your least favorite running event?
I've never ran a 400 in a meet, but I've done plenty of time trials for it, and it's enough for me to say I don't like it.
It is a tough event. So, do you have a favorite workout?
Well, I don't have a favorite really. I like workouts a lot in general. I like the idea of just pushing myself, seeing what I could do. But if I had to narrow it down, I like 400 repeats a lot.
Okay.
We do a lot of those at Stewarts Creek.
Right.
Coach Davenport is a firm believer in the 400 repeats.
Hey, I am too. So
if it works, it works.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to say one, I'd probably say that.
Okay. What about least favorite workout?
I don't like fartleks. I'm not they're really important, and you need to do them, but I hate them. I hate them.
So take me through your pre-race routine.
I really like reflecting on what this race is, and how important it is, and the stepping stone wise. Just trying to see how does this take me closer to what I want to do.
Okay.
And so I spend a lot of time on my own reflecting on it. I'll probably chill with some music. And then, as we get closer to race time, I'm more hanging out with, my friends on the cross country team. But, staying in the mindset of how important this is.
Right.
So that's what I do typically.
So what are some of your running goals?
Well, I'd like to run in college. Running in college is a pretty important thing to me.
Okay.
But the reason I want to run in college is I just want to learn. I want to learn from the best coaches there is to learn from. I want to be a coach one day. It's really important that I find out how to do it properly.
Yeah.
And Coach Davenport is an excellent coach, but I want to learn from many, many different perspectives.
Right.
And so that would be a really big thing for me to go to college and be able to learn that.
Okay. What about some short-term running goals for this year or next year?
I would really like to get into 1730s, 1715s. That'd be really nice for the 5K. I'm a bold person, I'll be honest with you. I like to set the bar really high. I like to aim for the stars. So I'm gonna set out goals, but I'm not saying that this is what I'm gonna do. But I would love a sub 10 and 3200. I would love to get down to the 430s and the 1600.
Right.
That's what I strive for. I'm constantly thinking about what can I do to get there.
Right.
If I talk to anyone else, they would say I'm obsessed with this sport. And to be honest with you, I am.
Well, I've heard pro athletes say that there's no talent, that it's just obsession. So you might be onto something there. So you mentioned college and wanting to run in college. Is there any specific college that you would like to run for?
Well, I'm gonna say the dream college, but
Okay.
It would never work out. But Oregon is a nice place. I look at videos of Hayward Stadium, and I would like to run there.
Yeah.
But
it'd be really cool.
It would. But I'm most likely not going to leave Tennessee. So I'm thinking about, what can I do to get into colleges like UT Knoxville, those big colleges nearby. I want to run on a big enough, as I said before, I'm a bold person. I'd like to run on those big stages. I'd like to live on big campuses and be able to run those big races.
Right. Well, those would be some cool colleges if you can get into one of them.
Oh yeah, not gonna be Oregon, but you know.
You can dream, right? So what's one tip that you have to improve running?
I was, for the longest time, you know, I said before, I'm obsessed with running. And because of that, I would just push myself relentlessly. And I'll be the first one to say it, it doesn't work that way. If this was any other sport, like if this was basketball or football, I don't think you'd ever be able to drag me away from the football field or the basketball court. But if you do that with running, you will get hurt. You're gonna break down.
So what's one fun fact about you?
I'm a singer.
Really?
Yeah, the church camp, for those who are watching at home, I just came back from church camp, but it was actually a singing school.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so I was learning a lot about singing gospel music while I was out in East Tennessee. So that's how I spend most of my summer, is just singing gospel music.
That's so cool. So what's your favorite running memory?
There's a lot to choose from. I remember my freshman year we had a workout, and I knew this workout was pretty important. This was heading into our first meet of the year, was Macon County, but they were still debating on whether or not who's going to be varsity, and I'm a freshman.
Right.
I thought there's no way I could ever, but the workout went really well, and by the end of the workout, we had a coach at the time named Coach Conley who was on the team, and he just flat out told me, "You're going to be on varsity."
Nice.
And it was at that moment where I just felt really happy.
Is there a runner that you look up to?
The one I do the most is probably Cole Hawker. There was a brief bit in the pandemic where a bunch of the Oregon guys started a YouTube channel, and from day one I was, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And Cole Hawker was one of those guys. And so it really blows me away to watch him just absolutely destroy in the Olympics right now. Never thought that would happen, but here he is, advancing to the finals. So, big fan of that guy.
Nice. It's a good one to look up to.
Oh yeah. Man, he's so young and he's still pulling that off.
Pretty talented at the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.